keep it truth or keep it mute. You hear me? Keep it truth or keep it mute. I hope everybody feeling good today, you hear me? Keep it truth or keep it mute. Otherwise, what we talking about? You hear me? Ain't nothing like having them type of people in our life, and if we be honest with ourselves, we ain't had too many people in our lives, not the people, at least not the people that we thought was them people. If we be honest, you know, when it comes to keeping it truth or keeping it mute, and I say that because in that honesty, you know, we used to being lied to. We used to being lied to. And from being used to being lied to, a lot of us got used to lying to ourselves. You hear me? A lot of us got used to lying to ourselves. You hear me? A lot of us, if we be honest about it. You heard? But that's why I do this, and that's what I'm here to help us do. You know, be honest about it. Keep it real with ourselves. Cause we can't keep it real with ourselves. How do we expect somebody else to do it? You know, that's why when it comes to people, I have no expectations. You hear me? And no expectations. You heard? I don't expect nothing from us when it comes to us, other than to observe what we do to each other, and that's gonna be an indicator of what we do within ourselves. You hear me? From one extreme to the other, you know, cause I don't hate nobody, but everybody ain't here to love. You hear me? Yeah, I came through the sad fruit things. Of course, y'all know what day it is. You hear me? It's the end of the month. Are you honest with yourself? We already know what day it is, so we're gonna get into that when we get into that. But I came to get into us a little bit, and that start with us being honest with ourselves. Cause like I said earlier, I can't keep it real with you. You ain't keeping it real with yourself. So the question is, are you honest with yourself? Cause I'm honest with myself. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be here doing this. You know, cause too many people know me. Too many people know me, so I'm not one of those persons, you know, to be on social media, acting like I'm other than what I always been. You hear me? You know. But I am Sawu, and I'm honest with myself. Even if I don't like what I have to, even if I don't like what I have to see, or what I'm having to be honest about when it comes to myself. You know, I want to be meticulous with how I word that, because somebody listening that want to catch it, somebody listening that want to get it, somebody listening that want to put themselves together. You hear me? And I get it. But that's the type of relationship that I have with myself. You know. And it's important. It's not only an important type of relationship for you to have with yourself, it's a good type of relationship to have with yourself. Because if you got that type of relationship with yourself, you won't have no problem having that type of relationship with me. You hear me? And I ain't had people in my life that reflect me for a long time. You hear me? But a very few. You heard? And if that resonated with you, then you already know the reasons why. You hear me? Life is our teacher, our initiator. But for a long time, I thought the way I thought, everybody thought, you know, everywhere, you know. And I thought like that for a long time, you know. When I go from childhood to the certain point of the period, that things start happening, that start shocking me out that reality, and it did, you know. Life happens, and when life happens, it showed me that it was all a dream. You hear me? And I'm unlike anyone else in the things that I had learned about myself up until that time. And it just been constant unfoldments after unfoldments after unfoldments after unfoldments after unfoldments on this spiritual journey, because I've always been spiritual minded. You hear me? Thanks to my upbringing, you know. But it's a beautiful, I say that to say it's a beautiful thing when we wake up to ourselves at all the levels, through all the initiations. It's a beautiful thing when we wake up to ourselves, and when we wake up to the truths about ourselves, you know, the ugly ones too. You hear me? Because it's all included. That's what whole it's all about. But you gotta be able to take it, all that it show us, you know, and all that it take us through to walk through the door of you, you know, walking through the door of me, walking through the door of me took me going through a lot of things to get to me. You hear me? You know, but I did the inner work, and beyond all we externalize, you know, all we physicalize, all we materialize, you know, it take inner work. That's the only way it's gonna get done. It take inner work. You hear me? And based on my experiences, because your experiences is gonna be the initiator. Based on my experiences. And I emphasize that because we're gonna have experiences, especially those of us who are conscious spiritual beings, those of us who try to exercise any type of spiritual life consciously, you know, when we get a chance to, if not each and every day, because it is an each and every day thing, you know, not Sunday service and Wednesday Bible school service. You hear me? You know, and I just use that as a reference of analogy for those who live their spirituality through a light switch. You know, you can't cut it on and cut it off. Or, you know, according to when service being had, you know, you gotta be the service. The service gotta function through you, through your life, you know, through your actuality, you know. Just to touch on it a little bit, but based on my experiences, I got a good connection with source energy, you know, mother and father, and I got a good connection with people, based on the connection that I have with myself, good, bad, and indifferent. You hear me? Because I'm familiar with all the parts when it comes to myself, the shadow and the light. You hear me? And in the balance of that, you know, I'm able to transmute what needs to be transmuted and continue to transform through whatever appears. You know, so it don't matter what type of energy come at me. You know, I'm gonna take it and chop it up and make something better. You hear me? So wish me well, cause that's all that's gonna happen anyway. You hear me? Wish me well. You heard? I tell people that all the time, and they don't get it. But wish me well. You hear me? It's better that we wish each other well anyway, because then we know what's returning to us if we understand the law of reciprocity and how karma work and how frequency work and how vibration work and how they all sound the same and synonymous to each other and interconnected and how they direct and describe one another. You hear me? If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. But if you vibrate good, you should see good and you should feel good from it. But it wasn't all good and it wasn't all bad, you know. But it was everything I needed for me to come to the conclusion that all this we experience, you know. However we experience it, it's an initiation. You hear me? So don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. That's the worst thing we could do. If we take it personal, man, we're gonna miss the graduations. You hear me? Cause it ain't no top, but it's lonely at the top. You hear me? It's lonely at the top, especially when you got unappreciative people around you. You know, but when you got appreciative people around you, nothing else exists. You don't even need nothing else, cause everybody else that's in your presence where they supposed to be. And I'm not talking about externally. I'm talking about energetically. You hear me? Yeah. These are things that we gonna figure out on the way through our life experiences, as if we haven't already, or when we reflect back on our life experiences, if we haven't already. If life haven't got us in a place where we're starting to reflect back on some things, you hear me? Cause it's a lot of us that gotta go back and reflect on some things, you know, in order to catch up with ourselves in this present moment. You hear me? And I'm sure I'm gonna be talking to a few at some point in time. It don't matter where you at, just keep moving forward. You know, wherever you at, I've been there too. You hear me? But and I say that to say, once you walk in the flame, you never the same. Once you walk in the flame, you never the same. And anybody don't walk through that flame, anybody who don't did something intentional and intensive, sincere and genuine inner temple building, inner fitness, been through them dark journeys of the soul, walking through that walking through that valley of the shadows of death within oneself. Now I ain't talking about through the pages of no book. You know what I'm talking about. When you walk through that flame, when you walk through that fire, you're never the same. So don't expect yourself to be. For any of y'all who experiencing that right now, because I'm sure I'm gonna be speaking to some of y'all who walking through these exact initiations that I'm speaking to and speaking about right now. You hear me? We all go through it. A lot of us just ain't conscious of it. And, you know, and I need to emphasize that again. A lot of us ain't, no matter how popular, you know, consciousness is right now, a lot of us ain't conscious of what's really going on behind the scenes. We don't even understand the mechanisms and the modalities and the different psychologies, you know, and it's necessary. It's necessary. We ain't all supposed to know the same thing, because we ain't all here to learn the same thing. But we all need to be here learning, you know, what it is that we supposed to know, amongst all this other stuff that we invest our time, energy, effort in and learn and getting to know, that can't even do us no good. You hear me? You know, you can hear the same things all your life, and we have. But until we internalize the things that we have, it'll never mean nothing. It'll never mean nothing. You know, that's why experiences are way more necessary now than they have to be. You know, we hard-headed ass people. You know, how am I supposed to be real? How am I supposed to be real with you, to keep it real with you? If I can't keep it real with you, because every time I try to keep it real with you, you in your feelings. You hear me? Or you ain't trying to hear it because you got your ear closed up. You heard? You know, and I get it, because I've been that type of soul too. You know, I used to get triggered too when somebody trying to tell me something good for myself. You hear me? So I know the type of self I'm gonna find myself talking to through this message. You hear me? But you ain't gotta stay like that. It's always good to listen to the old heads. You hear me? Yeah. But when people respond like that, it showed me everything I need to see about what I'm already speaking to anyway, that got me speaking to speaking whatever I'm speaking to you in the first place. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. But if you're in resistance to it, you know, this the evidence of when we honest with our family members. This the evidence of when we honest with our friends. This the evidence of when we honest with our associates. This the evidence of when we honest with our co-workers. Because we should be honest with each and every mofo everywhere we go. You hear me? If we honest with ourselves. What you got to lose? See, what we got to lose that we a lot of people, according to the lie that we tell ourselves, because we can't tell ourselves the truth. See, I ain't got nothing to lose to be willing to do that. But what you got to lose? If I'm talking to somebody who's willing to do that, you hear me? Because I already know what you'll do to me, you hear me? Keep, stay, them the vibratory people that we need to stay 500 feet away, you hear me? In any city or state, we may be in the same location in. You heard? Yeah. It'll never mean nothing until we internalize it. That's why experiences became necessary. You know. Hopefully I'm gonna reach somebody wherever you find yourself, because you gotta reach me where I'm at. You hear me? If I'm a bit, this the only way it's gonna happen. So you gotta reach me where I'm at. They told me don't even explain it no further than that. You hear me? You know, family, they gonna have to reach us where we at. You hear me? Unless you're willing to step down. So I'm gonna say again, you gotta reach me where I'm at. You know, it's an honor to be here. My name is Sawu. We're gonna get off into the raffle for the night. I ain't gonna do no more talking. I appreciate those who participated in this month raffle. We are all winners. You hear me? Wolf House Fitness. Oh damn, I'm doing shirts this month. I forgot. I've been lacking. But we're gonna do shirts. We're doing shirts this month. You know, feel good for no reason at all, or authentically me. And I think I got another design. But contact me. You know, I'm gonna put my information. Wolf House Fitness, once again, congratulations. Contact me. I'm gonna put my information in the description, and we'll handle it from there and make sure that I get it to you. And I still have two packages and a gift. I know I have two packages and a purchase that I'm still waiting for addresses or places for them to be sent. I'm just putting that out there because I in everything I do, integrity is important to me. You know, morale is important to me. Good business ethics is important to me. You know, honest, energetic exchange is important to me. You know, so what I speak to on camera is not just for the camera. You know, if I ain't said it before, this Sawu in real life. You know, everybody that know me know that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a pleasure to come through, have some fun. You know, but we ain't gonna play no games. You hear me? Keep it thorough, 10 toes down, 100 with one another, and all that other good stuff, and continue to, you know, to rip ourselves apart as we put ourselves together, you know, and continue to elevate and motivate one another, you know, into the sovereign power of ourselves. You hear me? Tonight's emoji to kick it off for next month will be put a ticket. Put a ticket. We're gonna end the month of April with a ticket. Put a ticket. If you watch this video, if you're a new subscriber, I do raffles, you know, once a month, you know. All you have to do is watch the video, place the emoji, which will be a ticket. Find a ticket in the emoji section, put it in the, in the emoji portion of your phone. Put it in the comment section of this video, and that would be your raffle submission to be submitted for the raffle. It's simple as that. Otherwise, family feel good for no reason at all. Salute to the Cosmic Consciousness family and Soul Tribe. New subscribers, welcome to the family. Peekaboos and passerbys, welcome. You hear me? Appreciate y'all too. So forth and so on. And other than that, family, you know, stillness and abundance, love and light, health and holiness. Enjoy the rest of your day, your night, your morning, whenever this video finds you. Peace, love. My name is Sabu.